Isolated Rainbow. I'm Tay, aka Madam Stripes. Um, I'd like to first thank everyone for subscribing. You guys are awesome, and everyone who's watched my videos. That is so cool. Um, let's see. I have kind of a serious subject today. And it's gonna might be a little long, so bear with me. It's really important, and yeah. Okay, so let's start on some happy news. I went to Less Than Jake Monday night. If any of you have heard of them, they're absolutely amazing. This kind of ska punk band. They're very cool. And they had two really awesome bands that opened for them. And I met a really cute girl there. And we kind of hit it off. And, like, I got her number and stuff. And she has a boyfriend, but whatever. and, yeah, so it went really well. And it made me feel really good about myself, and I there's been some stuff going on lately that it kind of helped me work through a little bit, and I think I'm gonna be doing better now. And I want to talk to you about that because it's something that affects a lot of people, and not just LGBTQ community, but a lot of people in general. I had a girlfriend this summer. For let's see, I think before. We knew each other since last spring, and I think we started dating this summer, and about a month ago, I found out that she was a heroin addict, and that she was sleeping with her best friend, who happened to be a guy, and yeah, it was really hard, and I don't know, all the people that I met through her, all my friends that I met through her, stood by me, and I cared about her a lot. I really did. I loved her, and so yeah, so it was really hard. And even then, it wasn't really. It was okay. Like I was like, I can deal with this. Like I just want to make, I didn't want it to be over. I wanted to help her, and do something. Just I needed to do something to make everything okay because I just wanted to take care of her, and I didn't know what to do, and she wouldn't talk to me, and she lost her apartment. She wouldn't talk to me, and I couldn't. She's with this guy, her friend person who kind of got her into it, and made me really angry that he got her into it. But in the end, it's her own choice. And was just with him, and I couldn't get a hold of her, and I didn't know what to do, and so I made a couple of decisions. I told some people, and I did what I could, and it just made her very, very angry at me. And so she's pretty much, yeah, she kicked me out of her life. She called me, told me I didn't really care about her, told me I was just into her drama, and she didn't want to see me again. She didn't want to talk to me again. She called one of my friends for something else and told her to remind me that she hated me and that she never wanted to see me again. So that was really the hard part. I mean, it wasn't even, all the stuff she was doing. It was that I turned into the bad person, and I knew that, like, in the end, I was the one person that would be there for her. So, yeah, that really sucked. Yeah, for a long time, I did blame myself, for it, and I don't know, I just, oh, if I did this way, if I did that way, we'd still be together, we'd still be, everything would be okay, we'd be working through it, but, every day people tell me I deserve better, and even though I don't really believe it, I don't know, I want to believe it, and after, this concert I went to, and just being with all of my friends who are, like, my family, and everything, I kind of realized that, I do deserve better, and so, yeah, that's what this is about here. This is about addiction. It's about drug addiction, alcohol addiction, whatever. And it's really an important point to get out from the victim's point of view, not from necessarily, the person doing the drugs, because you hear from them all the time. But I think it's important for, victims of people with drug abuse and alcohol abuse, and for people who are abusing drugs and alcohol, to hear this from the perspective of someone on the other side. And really, yeah, just hear me out here. Okay, so if you're sober right now, if you're clean, if you're sober, if you're getting your life together, and you realize, as I'm talking, oh shit, there's some people I've really hurt. There are people who I have let down and I have caused so much pain to, who just cared about me. And it's true, there are people for every one of you out there. I know that. And just listen, okay? I mean, I understand, you know, the reasons people do things. It's not always in your control. And if anyone you care about who you've hurt or who cared about you and you let down, if they really did care about you, they would forgive you for this, and I'm sure they forgive you at this very moment. But the one thing, and I wish it would happen for me, and I know it won't, but the one thing that would make so much of a difference to them is to call them, write them a letter, apologize, realize that when you were on drugs, when you were using and abusing alcohol and drugs and stuff, you were not the person they know. Okay, this person that kicked them out of their life, the ones who said, I hate you, like, why'd you do this to me, this is all your fault, that person is not the person that they know. And so if you realize that, and you realize, the person you are now, the person you were when they met you before all of this, or the person they saw when you were sober is the person they still care about, things could go so much better. So, if you did abuse drugs and alcohol, whatever, do something for these people that you've hurt. Because personally, a part of me died that day. Like, I can't get over it. Like, there's a part of me that will always love her forever, and I will always be there for her. And I just pray to God that the day I'm there for her isn't the day, that I get the call saying, she's OD'd, someone needs to, take care of this, or whatever. Or, a frantic call from one of her friends saying, she's fucking, she's dying on us and we don't want to bring her to the hospital because, we don't want to get in trouble. I don't want that to be the day that I'm there for her, And so if you've survived, your addictions and you're clean and sober, call or write or do something for those people, because, man, they deserve it. I mean, I'm sure they did nothing but try and help you, and I realize at the time it didn't look that way, but, think about it. So, okay. And for victims of, such people, man, I'm here for you. You have to know that, just like I said before, they're not the same person that you knew, and they might, in my case, she's a shell of who she used to be. She's an empty shell of who she used to be. And that's the hardest part, and I know it is. I know it's hard to see that person and go, where did they go? Where's the person I cared about? What has happened, and why can't I fix it? And, a good friend of mine who was in this situation with me, he said, they just need time to fall. And that's pretty much all we can do, is just give them time to fall. And, hopefully realize before they hit the end that, they can do so much better. So, if you're an addict, if you're an ex-addict, if you're a victim, talk to me, man. I mean, I feel your pain, all of you. I know what it's all like. So, yeah, stay clean and stay safe, and talk to each other. All right, peace.